This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
Liberty's first season as an FBS member started with a bang last week. The Flames were 6-point underdogs to Old Dominion, but scorched the Monarchs for a 52-10 win. This week, Liberty seeks its second straight 2-0 start when it travels to 0-1 Army. The Black Knights' triple option offense was limited in a 34-14 loss at Duke last week, but last year, Army led the nation in rushing.
I know that last year they had 360 yards per game. I know that was a outstanding year for them. I think one of the best years they've ever had in Army history. Jeff Monken is definitely a part of the Paul Johnson, Georgia Tech coach, and part of that option attack, triple option. They do a fantastic job with it as far as they continue to do all the things they do in that area.
For me personally, probably the best operation I've seen in the option. They got 4 fullbacks that are very good, always keep their feet moving.
Army returns senior Darnell Woolfolk at fullback. A year ago, he was second on the team with 812 rushing yards and scored 14 touchdowns. Joining him are seniors Kalen Holt and Andy Davidson. That trio was held to just 83 yards on the ground by Duke last week. Tackling well and limiting the Black Knights' run game is where success begins for the Flames.
I really just try to key that wing back because it's kind of they kind of like tell you what they're going to do just based on their alignment and that motion pre-snap. So when they go into motion, I know it's either going to be that dive option or it's going to be that counter option, which they run the other way.
You definitely have to be disciplined. Your eyes have to be good, have to tackle well, and the offense is it's tough, but, I mean, the coach is going to put us in the right position to execute.
The Black Knights do replace 4 of 5 offensive linemen and their starting quarterback from a year ago. Ahmad Bradshaw set a Black Knights single-season record with 1,742 rushing yards last year. Taking over for him under center is junior Kelvin Hopkins, who showed the ability to throw the ball last week at Duke. Hopkins completed 10 of 21 passes for 197 yards and a touchdown.
When you watch film last year, they did not have the ability. Bradshaw was a very excellent quarterback. He commanded that Army offense. You can see it when you watch film from 2017. But just in watching Hopkins in the Duke game, he definitely is a more accurate passer. He goes through progressions very well. So I think it's an added element to a very powerful run offense that they have.
Liberty's offense put up 591 yards in last week's lopsided win. Quarterback Buckshot Calvert threw for 345 yards and 4 TDs against ODU. This week, he and the rest of the offense know efficiency is the key.
Yeah, you got to be way more sound than you are because, you know, you don't get that many drives. So, like you said, we got to make each one count. So every time we step on the field, we got to have the mindset of getting points on the board, which is a field goal or a touchdown. So that's our mindset.
Just not take any plays for granted because we know with a triple option team, every play that we get is very valuable. So, you know, with a triple option team, you're looking at to the max 55 plays. So those 55 plays that we get, we got to take advantage of those.
I'm going to challenge our offense that we only have 1 3-and-out. That's all we need. I'm hoping it's 0, but I got to be. We ain't going to be perfect. So if we can kind of be efficient on offense, meaning we only have 1 or less 3-and-out.
Saturday's meeting between the Flames and Black Knights will be the first ever between the two programs. Army has won 7 straight home games going back to last year's 10-win season. Liberty's last 2 road opener wins were against FBS teams, 2010 at Ball State and last year at Baylor. Kickoff Saturday is at 12 noon inside Michie Stadium in West Point, New York. The game can be seen on the CBS Sports Network. In Lynchburg for the Liberty Flame Sports Network, I'm Nick Pierce.